Yeah, welcome everybody. Thanks so much for coming to my webinar. I think this is the 8th webinar that I've done since we started doing this, and they've just been super fun and fulfilling for me to get to show you guys what's changing and evolving in the Talkatoo world. So thanks for being here. And if you're watching this recording, I want to say thanks to everyone for being flexible on the time. I know I originally scheduled this a week ago, like over Thanksgiving by accident, and then I had to switch the time. So thanks a lot for being flexible or, tuning in after. So quick intro. If you don't know me, I'm Jamie. I've been working at Talkatoo for almost 5 years now, and I'm here to help fulfill our mission, which is to give you back some time in your day. That's our mission here at Talkatoo. And we've got a pretty packed agenda. So what I'm going to walk you through today is a refresher on how to record these notes, whether you're doing it from a computer or from a mobile device, phone or iPad or tablet. And then I'm going to quickly refresh you on the assistant feature and how that works, how it can help save you some time, how to save notes there. And then I'm going to show you how to tweak your auto soap note results. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek of a feature that's coming out hopefully tomorrow or Wednesday, I've been told by the developers. So I'm going to walk you through how it works completely so you're prepared to use it. But I think you're going to love it. And then I'm going to show you call recording, which is going to be available to everybody on this call, even if you're tuning in watching this a day later or the next day, you get it as well. So thanks for being here. Let's crack into it. The problem still persists. Time is a huge constraint in your practice. So recalling everything that happened after each appointment is difficult. You get pulled in a million directions throughout your day, and logging your client communications and writing your summaries and your notes can be put on hold. So we've built tools to help you with all of those tasks, and we've made dictating from anywhere possible with our mobile apps. If you're already using the mobile app or the desktop app, I always encourage you to restart it, quit, reopen, and check the App Store for any updates. Especially for anyone on this call, you'll definitely want to update the mobile app after the call. That will give you access to this new feature that I'm unlocking for you today. Okay, so quick refresher on auto soap notes, because not everybody is using it yet. There are two ways to use what we call auto soap. The first way I want to show you is on the desktop version of Talkatoo. So here, using the desktop app, you can expand your Talkatoo with the plus sign, and this puts you in a position where you can leverage the assistant mode or the notes mode. If you wanted to record an appointment in real time using the desktop app, you would navigate to the notes portion and you would click record a new soap, and this would start a whole appointment recording. You can do this on your phone or your desktop, and this is kind of the sure sign that you want to look for. You're seeing movement on the screen, and when you're recording from the desktop, you can always pause the recording, and you can add to that same note by clicking the same button near the bottom. You can move this around, kind of just leave this up in the background. Any microphone will work, but you do need a microphone on your desktop, obviously, to use this. So you can stop and start. You can submit the note, which is always your end goal, or you could back out of the note, which creates a draft. The draft is saved on your Talkatoo here, and you can open this draft later and add more to it as the case progresses. And of course, when you're finished, you're always going to go ahead and click submit, and that's your end goal. So clicking submit on the desktop, it's displayed this way, where you'll see a little processing animation, and that will create the note for you. So that's how to record a note on desktop. Most of you know how to do that already, of course. And now I'm going to show you how to do it on mobile in case you haven't done that yourself. Let's see if I can pull up my magical tool here. There we go. This is actually a new new tool that I've found that helps me do my job. So this is the mobile app. Many of you have seen this before. So recording an auto soap note, you do it using the button in the middle right here. So that will achieve the exact same thing. So you'll tap the button, and then that will start up one of these recordings on your mobile. Same idea: stop, start, submit, all that good stuff. All right. So now that we've refreshed on how to record a note, where a note stores is your note inbox, of course. So your note inbox is our website. You can sign into the website from any computer, and it will bring up your soap note. You can access your notes from the desktop app as well if you're in your note list. And you'll see a condensed view of your note here where you could potentially drag and drop each section out from here, or of course, copy and paste each section out. And you can do the same from the web app, only no drag drop. So you would just copy each section, or you would copy the entire note. All right, another portion down here, some people don't know about this, but there's a client communication that you can generate. It's a summary of what happened. So you can click generate at the bottom. It will show it to you here. And you could also retrieve that from the desktop app from the note list, but you do have to generate it in our website in order to view it here. So I know some people have brought that up in the past, and if you haven't generated it in the website over here, then it won't be visible here. We're working on making that go away in the very near future. Okay, beautiful. Now I want to talk to you about the assistant. The assistant is one of the most fun features of Talkatoo. You can think of it as a literal assistant. You can talk, type, or paste into it. And so to launch it, you got to click your plus sign. Now you're in assistant mode. And in this mode, again, talk, type, or dictate to it. The way it works is it listens in for your input. And when you're finished, whether you typed something or you talked something or you pasted something, it will always return it back to you here in the assistant window. So the green box is your input. The blue box is your result. And you can use this feature in the mobile app as well. I'm just mirroring my phone here, but you'll see I've got the same ability here where I can talk to it here, or I can use one of the prompts in the middle of the screen. So you can prompt your assistant in a variety of different ways, and you can customize these prompts by clicking the pencil and typing in your favorite prompt that you want to use. You can paste transcripts through this. So if you've recorded a room using AutoSoap in our website, on top of the soap note, you'll have a transcript as well. So you can always grab the transcript from here, and you could run it through the assistant mode of Talkatoo, and you could choose one of these prompts. So for example, one of the prompts that I like is write take-home instructions and side effects. So I've written this in here using the pencil, and now I can click that prompt and I can paste the transcript. So I can paste that whole hour appointment in here to get whatever it is I'm looking for. So on a Windows, it's Control V. On a Mac, it's Command V. So clicking those two keys drops the whole transcript in. You can click enter, and then the assistant will go to work for you. It'll start thinking. Many people on this call, or who might be watching this call this week, may be doing this routinely to achieve a different layout of their soap note. As you may know, in the settings page of our website up here, you can customize the soap note. And if you haven't done this before, I definitely urge you to visit this page and make some adjustments. Many of you have probably done this before, where you can input your default values that you want. You can relabel any rows. You can drag a row up or down to reorder it. You can turn things on, off. But many folks are actually taking the transcripts of their appointments and then producing something else using the assistant. And doing so, you can achieve a different layout And I'm going to also hammer home that anything you create here in the assistant window, whether you're doing it there or you're doing it on your mobile, and doing it on your mobile again looks like this. Same concept where you pick a prompt and then talk to it. You can save these to your inbox. So if you're not ready to put this into your practice management software or drop it into your email and send it to the client, by hovering on top of this blue result at the corner, you'll see a notebook or a square. So the square will copy it to my clipboard. Now I can paste it. So right click paste or Control V anywhere I want, but the notebook icon saves it for later. So now it's actually in my note inbox over here in the desktop apps inbox here. I can display it, but it's also in the web app. And I like to show you guys stuff on the web app so you can really see it. But you'll see here, this is a completely new type of note, and I've saved it to my inbox. Whether it's discharge instructions like these or it's a different note template, you can save it here. You can always edit this. You can delete stuff. You could copy this and run it through the assistant again, or perhaps you want to use desktop dictation inside of one of these notes you've created. So you can do all of those things, which is awesome. Okay, so let's chat now about fine-tuning your results a bit. So let's say you are using AutoSoap and you've got a note produced here. A couple things, pieces of feedback that I hear a lot are the body systems, the normal statements that I've set up will get swapped out for what I call layman's terms, where you make a remark for the client's sake, where you say, okay, the heart is fine, it sounds good to me, and it swaps something out in your default value that you've set up. And that might be a really unique sentence that you want to keep. There was a back end update just a couple of days ago that has it's been supposed to improve how the body systems are being written or rewritten. So they should be rewritten with a professional and a medical terminology in mind, more so than ever before. So I'm super keen to hear any feedback from anyone, maybe over the next couple of days or weeks as you use your AutoSoap a bit more, because those body systems should be formatting a bit better when it comes to layman's terms. So hopefully, I'm looking forward to hearing some good stuff from everybody on that. And if not, let me know, because we'll keep working at it. And then another back end update that I'm pretty excited about is a few changes have been made to improve the processing time. And some of the tests our team have been doing have resulted in much faster uploads, like 50% faster and plus. This doesn't mean like every single note is gonna, there'll never be a stuck note, or your phone might disconnect from the internet and it might not upload right away. But in general, the processing time has been dramatically improved in this last update that happened. So that I saw that today on my end. So really excited to hear any feedback you might have there, because I know that's been an issue in the past for everyone at some point in time. So we're always committed to making that better. All right. And so, yeah, let's just talk about if you wanted to tweak one of these. So you got a note back. Of course, you can edit these, right? So you can always make changes to this, but you could also copy the entire note like so. And then you could paste it into the assistant mode here. So if I navigate to the assistant, I start a new thread, you could Command V to paste that entire note in here. And then you could verbalize, any changes you want to make. So if I start the dictation, please add to the plan section, we're going to recheck in 2 weeks. Please add to the history subjective that the owner was concerned about a limp. Please replace lymph nodes with red and swollen. When I stop the dictation, the assistant goes to work for me. It starts plugging in those inputs, those different changes I want it to make. And so now here it is. It's rewritten it a bit, and it's made some adjustments to the SOAP for me. And now I have the option of dragging this out and putting it into PIMS, or sending it to my inbox for later, or copying any individual pieces I want. Okay, so that's been a good amount of review for everyone. Hopefully everyone's up to speed now on some of the key AI features. Now I want to show you a preview of a brand new feature called custom notes. So if you've been taking your transcript, running it through the assistant, we have deleted that step out of the equation for you with custom notes. We are about a day away from this, so I'm showing you a sneak peek. But in your web app, where you would typically change the settings of your SOAP template, there'll be a new section in here, custom notes. You're going to get a notification as soon as this is up this week. And here you can create a new note template. This is structured in 3 parts. So there's a spot for the title, there's a spot for the initial command, and then there's a spot for any additional rules that you want to put down. I've got a little screen recording here I want to show you just of navigating to this section. So click your settings gear, navigate to the custom notes section. So this is a new button in the web app, and then create a title for your note template. You might call this multi-pet soap, or acupuncture soap, or equine template, or whatever it is you're creating in here. So now we're going to prompt or command the AI. So if you've been doing this with the assistant, you already are a pro. Just emulate that here in this window. So it's a bit blurry, but I've written here, write me multiple soap notes for each patient mentioned in the transcript. And then I put a colon at the end. I labeled this one multi-pet soap. And if I wanted to add any extra rules at the bottom, I would type or talk down here. So I happen to include the practice name at the bottom of the note. And now I've saved it. And now you'll see it's stored up here as a note template. Here's another example. If you have a template, for example, this is just a template, the sections of a template. I could copy those, go to the custom notes section, label it according to what it's about, and then I can paste it in. So if you have actually a template that, depending on how formatted it is, you can just paste it in here like so. So I've just put each section in, and I said, write me a medical record, fill in each section based on the transcript at the bottom. And then I've laid out each section. Ooh, risky business here, running low on power. And then here's another example. This is a longer one. Let me get the frame for you. So this is a much longer one. You can see here there are about 12 or 15 plus categories of the template, and I've copied all of them. And now I've come to the custom notes section and I've pasted them in. And the important bit here is you're prompting it at the beginning. So before the template that you paste, you're telling it, fill in the template based on the transcript at the bottom. Okay, so now I've saved a few of these custom notes in this new section here. If you've built a bunch of these using Taka Text, you can just copy and paste them into this box. Just do that one time, and then you'll have them saved. And the benefit of doing this is you'll be able to select these from the mobile app. So where it says record your new note as a SOAP, you'll be able to choose a custom note template. So if you've saved it in the web app, you'll be able to select like this traditional SOAP, or your multi-pet appointment, or your equine template, or your exotic template, or whatever it is that you want to use. So this feature is really exciting because it gives you the ultimate flexibility around how your notes are structured, what they look like. These are going to be awesome. I'm pretty confident you're going to love them. And we're just about a day or two away from this. So wanted to at least arm you with how it works. And if you're watching this recording, it might very well be ready to go. So check the web app, check out custom notes, and you're going to save yourself from having to run transcripts from the web app through the assistant. So very, very excited for this. Can't wait to hear your feedback. And Okay, now we're going to jump into call recording. So call recording has been something that many people on the call have been doing already, but using the assistant mode to do it. So in assistant mode, you could create a prompt like this one that says, summarize my phone call. That way, you just click the prompt, you start the dictation, and now when I get on the phone with you and I'm in front of my computer, it's at least picking up half of the conversation. It's picking me up. This has worked really well for me for a long time, but it is a bit annoying having to actively play back all of the details. Like it would be much better if it captured both of us from the get-go. If you could put it on speaker, fantastic. That will achieve just that. But we're in an office sometimes. We've got people beside us. So this still works. It's still a great solution, but we've now formalized this into its own feature, the call recording feature. Hopefully I got the name right. We've gone back and forth on it a bit. And so let me show you how this works. Allow me to put my screen up here once more. And the most exciting part about this part is it's ready. So you're going to have this right after the call. 95% of the people that RSVP'd, we were able to set it up for. The other 5%, the email that you RSVP'd with is different than your Talkatoo account. So if you don't have it, if you can't figure it out, just email me, jamie@talkatoo.com, JAMIE. I'll figure it out for you. We'll just get your correct email. Once you update Talkatoo in the App Store and you sign out of the app by clicking here and log back in, you'll have access to this feature, the call recording feature. So it says make a call. So there's now a fourth button here you can navigate to. And how it looks when you first get there, and you can click your profile icon to change the caller ID if you ever need to do this. But this is what you'll see when you first pull it up. So how this works, you can input whatever caller ID you want displayed when you call your client. So if you want to call from your mobile app on your cell phone, but you want the clinic phone line to be the caller ID, that's what you'll input. You'll put that in right here. And then you will be presented with a PIN in the app. So it will show you a 6-digit code. And then you'll click verify. It will call your caller ID number. So if you put the clinic number in, it will call your clinic number. You'll pick that up. You'll input the 6-digit PIN using the keypad on the clinic phone. And then your number will be verified. And once that is set up, you'll be good to start making calls from the Talkatoo app. And when you hang up, it will automatically summarize the call into a note, and the note will be stored, of course, in your note inbox. So you'll find it in here. It will have both voices played into the summary, and it will also store in the web app as well. So you'll get it in both places. Really excited about this. Been hearing a lot of buzz about it from the few people I've spoken to this week. And after this call, you'll be good to go. Just sign out of the app, sign back in, and make sure the app is updated, and you'll be ready to rock. All right. So we've covered custom notes. We're about a day or two away. We've covered call recording. You're ready to go with that. We've looked at how to record notes from the mobile app and the desktop app. We've talked about the web app. The web app, again, is where you can create these custom notes when they're ready. The section will be in here. It'll say custom notes. And key takeaway is if you've built a bunch of awesome things inside of the assistant window, if they're already written as prompts here or they're saved as Talkatexts here, you can just copy those things, right? So if you've already got a Talkatext for it, just copy it and you'll paste it into the custom notes section. And that will give you access to the template on the mobile app. So Okay, the last thing I will say before I open this one up for Q&A is if you're experiencing a moment of clarity where you realize that we're missing a feature or you wish Talkatoo did something differently, I please come and put your 2 cents in on our feedback portal. So at the bottom of our website, where it says customer feedback, if you click here, this is our ideas portal. A lot of you on the call have put your thoughts in here, which is amazing, and it's truly shaping the roadmap of Talkatoo. So please navigate here anytime you have something you want to share with us and vote on other ideas that other awesome people have posted. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to stop presenting here, and I'm going to open this session up for Q&A. If you've got questions, if you've got feedback, if you've got concerns, use the chat or just come off mute. I'm here to help.
Jamie, it's Sam Dicker. How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you, Dr. Sam?
I'm good, man. I'm in the car, so I apologize if it's noisy, but I wanted to tune in. I have a couple questions for you, but have you guys explored like the legality of recording the owner's call, even though it's not truly like the voice transcript? It's not the audio file that is being recorded. I'm sure it probably differs by state or country, but have you guys looked into that?
Thank you so much for asking that question, because I got so carried away that I forgot to mention it. So where we're at on that really is you are kind of, it's on you basically to inform the person that you're recording the call at this stage, at least, because we do not have it built in as an automated voice or anything like that. So if you are going to use the call recording feature, you may wish to give a heads up to the person that you're chatting with over the phone. And right now that's currently how we are handling this. We're going to put it in our terms of service as well, just that exactly, that if you are using this feature, be sure to notify the person you're chatting to. And of course it's going to vary state to state, region to region. And so with our main objective of giving you this feature, getting it in a really great condition where it's helping you, that's kind of our goal with this. So you may wish to investigate it perhaps on your end and maybe kind of build that into your process when you start to use it. Really good question, Dr. Sam. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And one more question is that I might just have to mess around with the new feature you have, but for those of us that are using the AI assistant and prompting it very carefully to summarize the client communication or a SOAP note in this very specific template, the new feature that you're adding, you're saying that we can kind of tweak on the back end exactly how it appears. Can you highlight the difference between that AI assistant and the new feature with the AI prompts? Hopefully I'm explaining it correctly.
Yeah, no, I'm with you for sure. Thank you so much for tuning in, by the way, like on the fly in the car. I love it. So your workflow using the assistant is amazing because you're basically dictating to a very complex template that you've set up in there. And what this update allows you to do, this custom note update, it allows you to take that template and to save it into a similar area, right, where you're saving it inside of Talkatoo, but doing it there will basically present itself to you on your phone. So right now your workflow, if I remember correctly, is you're actually dictating into the computer after the case, but this update would allow you to take that template, select it from the mobile app, and then during the case, whether you're on the floor, you're in the procedure, you could start the recording and you could capture more than just your careful input into each field. Because at your computer, you're kind of looking at the template and you're filling it in with your voice. With a custom note with your same template in the right prompt, you could potentially start the recording during the exam or procedure. And you can stop and start the recording as well, because you're going to ultimately submit it as a note. Whereas using the assistant, you essentially have one go at it, right? Because when you stop it, it will input the template. You can always add to it, but it's essentially a different style of recording, Dr. Sam, where you're creating a note and the note can be stopped, started, and it can be recorded in a room with potentially other people involved and in a less formal manner, essentially. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have to mess around with it. But that's a great explanation. Thank you. And the phone call option is feature is, I'm looking forward to that. So nice job. Thanks for the webinar. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming. So good to hear your voice again.
Hey, Jamie, this is Dr. O'Neill.
Hey, Dr. O'Neill.
Just fine. I'm intrigued about this call bit. And, but on the, where I'm at right now, it just says this number will be kept private where you will receive the calls. Do I put in my clinic number there or my cell phone number there?
Gotcha. So this would be your cell phone number.
Okay.
Yeah. I see what you're looking at now. Sorry, you had me there for a sec. And then the one below will be the number that you want it to show as. So when you call me, it'll show the number in the bottom as your caller ID.
Well, I still don't see where that's coming through. It won't let me type it in. So we'll worry about that later.
Sounds good. We can stick on to at the end. We'll troubleshoot it together. Or we can do it any other time. As you know, you can always bug me. Did you get a cue as well, Dr. O'Neill? Just curious, did you get like a prompt in the app that tried to explain how it works?
No, I didn't.
No?
Okay. I just had the button there and that's it.
Okay. There should be an app queue in the near future. So maybe later today it should pop up, but it should give you some more directions. But sounds like you've got it, which is good. That's step one. You got to update the app, sign out, sign in. Since you've got it there, we'll get it working. Maybe we'd stick on at the end, or we can always connect this week. Get it going.
We'll figure it out.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah, of course. Yeah, the one thing that kind of like throws you off the first time I tried it was when you verify the number, you'll get a call. So you got to answer it and then you got to plug the pin in. And then when you place the call to your client, let's say, when you dial the number to them, you dial their number and click place call, you will get a call first on the device we're talking to it. So you'll actually get a call, you'll answer it, and then it connects you to the client. So whenever you place a call, expect to get a call. That definitely is counterintuitive, but once you do it once, you'll get the hang of it, and then you'll be golden.
Okay.
Jamie, are you able to use multiple clinic phone numbers for that? Like if you work at multiple practices, or can you switch it up, or you just have to, do you have to reset the pin every time when you switch?
That's a really good question. I think as of now, it's, to change it, what you'll do is click your profile icon at the top right. I know you can't really see my phone even if I put it up, but you can always reset the caller ID by clicking your profile icon and then clicking verify number. And as far as I know, that would be like whatever the latest number is you verified, that's the one it's going to use. As far as I know, but I've got to go explore that myself.
Gotcha.
That would be good if you could maybe choose from a drop down, like which numbers you verified if you're in the clinic that day or the other clinic another day?
I think I just put in a new feature request just now. So
I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, and you guys are actually the first people to try this out. So we're looking for all the feedback we can get on it. As I was saying, this feature may become an extra feature in the future, maybe build like pay per use at some point, but by no means are we going to implement that anytime soon. And you would be notified, of course, like well in advance of that ever happening. Anybody else have any thoughts or questions on this one?
Jamie, it's Tim McConville. Hey, just to be clear, once you register your clinic phone number, you don't have to do that every time you make a phone call.
Yeah, that's correct, Dr. Tim. Yeah, thanks for asking that one. You just need to do this one time. You need to verify that PIN. So you need to punch the PIN that Talkatoo shows you on screen into whatever phone it is that you chose as the caller ID.
I write up a lot of charts at home. It still wouldn't be a problem. I'd be able to use my phone in any setting. I don't need to, since it's already registered, I don't need to answer the clinic phone and put in the PIN again. I'm good to go.
Yes, sir. Just one time. You got it.
All right. Oh, and I came on a little bit late. I assume this webinar is recorded and we can access it and start from the beginning again.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to make sure everybody that RSVP'd is going to get the recording and a notice, as you might have been around for the custom notes portion, maybe?
Yeah.
Or no? Oh,
yeah.
You were? Good. Okay. Yeah, all that stuff will be recapped for everyone on the call.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Anyone else? Don't be shy.
I'll ask another one since we have time. But Jamie, I was wondering if once you submit an AI assistant note, once it's kind of sent into the cloud on the phone, you can't edit it again. So perhaps that's the purpose of the new feature. Like sometimes I'll do my physical exam template and then I go, oh, I forgot something. But once I've sent it to the Talkatoo cloud, I cannot edit it anymore. I didn't know if that was something you guys were considering or if the new feature will address that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I've been hearing this more and more, and we've been realizing how important this is because as you create a note, you want to get started with whatever you've been able to record, right? If we've produced something, you want to be able to take that, drop it in, but then the case evolves, you want to be able to add to the recording. So I guess this does help a little bit there, Dr. Sam, because what you're doing right now with the assistant, when you turn it off, it kind of finalizes, it fills everything in. Using a custom note, you would record it on your phone. You could at least start and stop it as much as you want without submitting it or without it all filling in. But once you submit the note, it will show up in the cloud. It will all be formatted for you. So the only way to add to it really would be to type into it or to dictate into it using the desktop app into the web app, or copying it and running it through the assistant again. So it helps you a little bit in your case, but it's not quite the solution that we need, which we're working on now. The ability to add more, dictate more on a note that's already been processed. So we're working on that. And another thing we're working on is the ability to record a note, whether you're doing it on desktop, well, mainly on mobile actually, but if your phone screen locks, I've been talking to people who work out in the field. They're going to use this feature to do a herd report or a flock report, and their phone's getting tossed around in their pocket. So we're working on a solution to that, and we're really close. And as soon as it's done, you'll be able to lock your phone and record a note, whether it's a custom note or it's one of the standard note templates that's available.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So we're getting up here to time. If anybody else has any questions or wants to stick on, I will be here on my phone and ready to help. And otherwise, thank you so much for coming to this month's webinar. I'm going to do another one a bit earlier than normal this month in December. So before the holidays, I'll do another one with some of these new features that I'm mentioning. So hope to see you on the next one. And thank you again for everything, your patience, your support, and for showing up. Great to see you guys. Thank you.